A lot of people don't know this, but pretty much every CRM on the market comes out of the box with a two-way sync to Google Calendar and Microsoft Calendar. What does that really mean? Whether you're using HubSpot, Salesforce, Zoho, Pipedrive, or anything else, the business will immediately connect it to Google Calendar or Microsoft Calendar. What that means is if there's an event that's booked inside of HubSpot, that appears in Google Calendar. But then it gets rescheduled in Google Calendar, that change is reflected in HubSpot. And if it gets canceled in HubSpot, that change is reflected in Google Calendar. This is a two-way sync, and pretty much all CRMs, old and new and upcoming, come with a two-way sync to Microsoft and Google Calendar out of the box. Now, why is this important and why is this a golden find? It's a golden find because if we can figure out a way to automatically make changes to Google or Microsoft Calendar, that means the changes will automatically be reflected in their CRM. Let me repeat that. If we can figure out a way to update someone's Google or Microsoft Calendar automatically, that means these changes will sync in real time to whatever CRM they're using. Doesn't matter whether it's Zoho, Freshsales, Pipedrive, whatever it is, right? Now, the way to do this is by using Calendly, which is a booking layer built on top of Google and Microsoft Calendar, which means it's an automated way to make changes to those calendars, add new events, update or reschedule existing events, or even cancel and remove events. The minute these changes happen on Google or Microsoft Calendar, because they have a two-way sync with that specific CRM, those changes are also reflected in that client's CRM. This is the gist. As always, and first of all, thank you for your purchase. Now, regardless of whether you've bought AI agents or products from me before, or whether this is your first time, I'm going to make sure to give you a clear picture of the end outcome and outline the steps so that it's clear and smooth for you. By the end of this 1 hour long video, 60 minutes, that's my goal for you, you will have a working voice AI agent that can be reached over call, and you can hook that up to a number. And you will also have a working web AI agent, which you can chat to on your website. The same AI agent configuration will power both your website and your voice AI agent reached on call. Now, you might be a no-code, low-code builder or a real business owner. Either way, if at any point there's any confusion, you can just email me with your questions and I can get back to you. But I'll do my best to make things very, very clear for you. Now, I briefly want to recap on what an AI agent is and the idea of agency. So there are three words that you really need to remember. One is knowledge, the other is skills, and the third is tools. When something is given, human or AI, these three things, knowledge, skills, and tools, it becomes an AI agent. In the case of appointment booking and appointment management, you need a set of appointment management tools such as create an appointment, update an appointment, which is a reschedule, cancel an appointment, or search my availability. And these are the kind of tools this agent would need to have to do the booking. But then you would also have to give it your business knowledge, which tells it about your products, services, policies, etc. And then also a certain set of skills which allow it to book in a way that works ideally and optimally for you. For example, if you're a hair salon or somewhere or another service business, you might have different types of events, different types of appointments. So you might want someone to book a haircut and then maybe a coloring and then maybe a facial or a manicure pedicure, different types of appointments, and that too can be handled. And I'll do my best to cover that towards the end because that is a little more advanced, right? Having said that, let's follow this step by step. The first thing you will have from me is an email with the Calendly Any CRM Agent product, right? Now, give this email a quick read. It gives you an overview of what's going to happen. And then as soon as you click on this button over here, you will be in a tab over here which says Calendly AI Receptionist Setup and Configuration Guide. First and foremost, it is most likely that you already have a Google Calendar account or Microsoft Calendar account. If you don't know how to set a Google or Microsoft Calendar account, very straightforward. I'm assuming you may already have done so, but make sure to set it up and then also enable two-way sync with your CRM. Right? I will also briefly demonstrate to you how a two-way sync works. And so for that, let me just go into one of the random CRMs. Let's pick less annoying CRM, for example. I'm going to sign up with a brand new account. Now, once your CRM is loaded, all you need to do is go into calendar, and make sure to find the calendar settings. In less annoying CRM, it was calendar, and then view all calendar settings in integrations. Here it is. So it says calendar, connect your calendar, connect, and I'm going to connect a Google account because I have a Google Calendar. I'm going to authorize the integration and proceed to authorize the sync with Google, and then choose my Google account, and then allow it the necessary permissions, which is see, edit, share, and even delete records in a calendar, which is fine. And then after that, you want to click on finalize the sync. And over here, you want to select your main calendar or the calendar that you use. By default, it should be your primary calendar. That's the one that you use. And you can click on finalize the sync over here with Google. Now, let's go back into integrations, make sure that it's set up correctly. Let's see if that's already connected. And it seems like it's connected well, right? Now, from this point, we just want to quickly test that if we add an event to our Google Calendar, then that shows up in Less Annoying CRM. So I'm just going to head into calendar.google.com. And over here, just for your knowledge, your primary calendar is the one that says your name over here. It's the one with your name. So today is Thursday, the 16th of April. It's around 1:38 p.m. Let me create an event at 2:30 p.m. and call it example meeting. And let's just press save. And hopefully we should see it in Less Annoying CRM in a moment. And so we can go back into Less Annoying CRM, go into calendar, and yes, we have example meeting over here, right? Now, this is showing in a different time zone because I did not set my time zone. So I want to set my time zone over here to the correct one. Let's do Pakistan because that's where I am right now. So it's +5. Where's +5? +5, +5. Oh, I keep missing +5. Here it is. And save your preferences and 2:30, 3:30 p.m. It's matching now. Now I want to see if I move it by an hour. I'm hopeful that then that a moment later also reflects in Google Calendar. Yes, just a few seconds later, that update was also pushed to Google Calendar. So that's a two-way sync, and that means changes from either are affecting the other. So a change in Google Calendar affects Less Annoying CRM, and a change in Less Annoying CRM affects Google Calendar. That is two-way sync for you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, with that out of the way, you want to head to Calendly. And as always, we're going to start by signing up if you already haven't. Strongly recommend signing up with Google. In fact, I will ask you, not recommend you, I will ask you to sign up with Google. Continue. And then Calendly has access to some services. See the 4 services Calendly has access to, whatever. And over here, you want to be careful and pick one of these two options. If you're a business with multiple people, specialists or consultants, or people who are similar in their expertise and serve the audience and just matter of capacity. For example, you could have 10 barbers, 10 therapists, 10 lawyers, right? Or possibly by different kind, same level of expertise, just maybe a different specialization. So you want to select with my team in that case. But if it's just you, one business, then you can just do on my own. For now, I'm going to go with my team. And then after that, I'm going to just select all of these because that is pretty much all of what you will be using Calendly for. Next. And you can just select anything. I just always select consulting here. It doesn't really matter. And then over here, what you just want to do is make sure that your calendar is connected, right? Now it says that it is already connected to my calendar. I suspect I may have signed up earlier. So yes, it is connected, and I'm just going to press next. Now, this is a very important part. These are time ranges or your availability, better put that way, right? And your availability dictates what slots people can book in. Now, there's a difference between availability and a slot. And availability is the full range of time in which you are available, right? And a slot is the specific point in time where someone will come into your availability and say, I want, or I will have a meeting with you, right? Now, so here you have an availability for Monday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., right? Now, if you take meetings between your working hours, this actually makes sense, right? But if you say that I only take meetings after lunch break, and you can just do 3 p.m., and after lunch break and before I go home, before I close for the day, then you could do 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Now, you could also do multiple slots for the same day. For example, it could be the case that you take meetings from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and then you are not willing to take any meetings from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., and then you take meetings from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. So you're offering 2 hours of availability in the whole day, 1 hour between 12 and 1 p.m. on Monday, and then 1 hour between 4 and 5 p.m. on Monday as well. So that means this is your entire range of availability from which slots will be interpreted, and then people will book into those slots. So someone could book anywhere between 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. with you, or alternatively, someone could book between 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. with you, right? For now, I'm just going to keep things very simple, and I'm just going to revert this back to 9 a.m. And we can just revert this back to 5 p.m. and we are good to go. And I'm just going to leave everything else over there same. Here, of course, make sure to pick your time zone. I'm just going to select Pakistan because that's where I am right now. I'm going to press next. And then here, you want to set, this is also very important, what type of meeting this leads to. Does it lead to a Google Meet? Does it lead to a telecom network phone call? Does it lead to an in-person meeting? These three are, of course, virtual. Sorry, these four are, of course, virtual, and this is, of course, in person. So for now, again, keeping things simple, I will select Google Meet here. Now that you are done, you will see that the event that you just configured came over here, right? Now, what you want to do is set this up to reflect how long you want a slot to be. Do you want a 15-minute slot, 30-minute slot, 45-minute, 1 hour, or custom? For now, I'm going to select 15-minute slots. A small slot means that more people can book with me in the times that I'm available. A long slot means fewer people can book with me in the times that I'm available. Now, I know you know this, but I want to make the intuition formal. So think of it this way. An hour has four slots of 15 minutes each. But if you set a slot to 1 hour, then that hour can only have one slot and you can only accommodate one meeting. Similarly, if you set a slot to 30 minutes, a duration to 30 minutes, that means the same hour can have two meetings, right? Stuff to be, mindful of. I'm just setting the slot or duration to 15 minutes, and I'm just going to press save settings, and you'll see in a moment that it's reflected over here. I should also rename this and just rename it to 15-minute discovery call. Right. Because that's a very common thing that people do, especially in service-based businesses. Of course, for a hair salon or something where work has to be done and someone's just going to show up, then you don't really need a discovery call. But that's what it is. Now, the next thing you want to do is head over here into integrations and apps. And over here, you want to type in web, HOOK, webhook. And it will be this one, API and webhooks. Now over here, you need to generate what's known as a personal access token. Think of it as a username password equivalent that the AI will use on your behalf in a very secure backend way to book appointments, reschedule, and cancel appointments. Over here, press a get a token now, press continue, and then select these two scopes, scheduling and user management. You don't need to select these other two, right? And over here, you can call this second brain OS. And next, at this point, it will ask you to verify and send you a verification code on your email. You can head back and refresh your email, and hopefully that verification code should be there. I've got it. And let me head back into the tab, paste, and press enter. Now, copy this token over. You're good to go with what you needed to do in terms of Calendly, Google Calendar, and your CRM. And now, over here, you can go into secondbrainos.com. So that's secondbrainos.com. Press sign in. You might already have an invite link from me to log in directly. But if not, you can just go over here. And as always, and strongly recommended and possibly instructed, sign in with Google. Keeps life easy and sane, by the way. And over here, what you want to do is once you're signed in, you want to click over here into update CRM settings. Now, the Calendly token we just copied over a moment ago, you just want to paste it and press update. This is securely saved at my end for the AI agent to use to manage and book appointments for you. Once you're done with this, you just want to head over to My Actions and make sure that all the Calendly tools that you purchased are available. So these are Create Calendly Contact Meeting, Cancel Calendly Meeting, update Calendly meeting, create Calendly contact, get Calendly user profile, search Calendly meetings, and get Calendly availability. A lot of the details of how these tools work, etc., are given in the blog, which you can read. The important thing to note from here is filter by visibility and press public. And you will see that only the core four tools are set to public. Public means a public facing channel, for example, WhatsApp, website, Instagram, voice. These public facing channels, when connected to your second Brain OS account, will have access only to tools that you have set as public. Because the tools that you purchase from the second Brain OS can also be used with non-public, i.e. private interfaces. For example, Claude Code, Claude Desktop, ChatGPT. What that means is, yes, you can simulate your appointment booking agent for free as a bonus with any of these internal interfaces, right? So you can simulate your AI agent with ChatGPT and Claude. And for these, the specific guides on how to just do it is given over here, and you can just do that in your own time should you wish to. The important thing is you want to know that the four core tools are public because you absolutely need them, right? Now, why I've kept the other four private is because if your case is more complex, you have more event types, you have some complexity in your booking scenarios, then you can make them public on a need basis, right? Now, similarly, there's also another skill over here called, another thing over here known as my workflows, which are your skills. It will be renamed to my skills when you're watching this. And you have Calendly setup and advanced operations over here. This is a skill for the agent to learn and use your Calendly effectively for those complex scenarios. Again, we'll touch the advanced step towards the end of the video because we want to get our AI agent with the more core setup up and running, which should work for 80% of use cases, especially where there's just one type of event. Now from here, what you want to do is click onto your profile and click over here into Update AI Agent Settings. This is where we're going to this is where we're going to configure the behavior of the AI agent, along with very brief knowledge of the business that it's operating for, the brand name, a little bit about the services, just some basic context. Of course, you can add a lot of context here if you want to skip you setting up a knowledge base separately, but that's down to you, right? Now, for this, you will need your OpenAI API key, the behavior, the system prompt that you'll set, the model that you want to use. It'll be defaulted to the latest OpenAI model. So it'll be defaulted to 5.4 or whatever is the latest at the time you're watching this video. And then your domain name and a public domain key. Now, what you don't have right now are the public domain key and OpenAI API key, right? Now, with this setup right now, I am assuming that you already have a website set up. So we'll go with that assumption. And if you don't have a website set up, I'll also show you how to do it without, yet having a website. So we'll do both cases. So for now, what you want to do is head back into the blog, scroll to the very bottom over here, click on website chat widget and chat kit. And from here, what you want to do is go into platform.openai.com/API keys. Let's actually open that in a new tab. As always, strongly instructed, sign in or sign up with Google. Continue. And let's just call this Umair Kamil any CRM or any, yeah, Umair Kamil any CRM is fine. And we can do, oh, now you're going to get to know my actual date of birth. Well, remember to wish me happy birthday then. So it's a 10th of July, 1994. Sometimes I actually forget my own birthday. Now, once you are done with this, you can just call it anything. Let's call this any CRM to AI agent. And then let's just call this business professional, create organization. And we'll skip. And here you will get your API key. And let's just call this second brain OS. And you can select default project over here and click on generate API key. Now, one really important thing after you've created your API key is that you will have to add a few credits, maybe $5, $10 for your OpenAI API key to work. This serves the AI model from OpenAI, GPT 5.1, 5.2, 5.4, or whatever is the latest at the time. So just make sure to top up your account. Now you want to copy this API key, go into your second Brain OS profile, paste it here, don't press update yet, and then go back into the blog and this time click on domain allow list. So let's open that in a new tab. And from here, add domain. And the domain I'm going to do is my own website, which is umairkamil.com. And generate key, and then copy this key, very straightforward, and then go back into your profile and paste it over here in public domain key. Now the domain, make sure not HTTPS and not HTTP, just needs to be your main domain. For example, umairkamil.com, mywebsite.com, whatever it is. And over here, you can type in your website instructions, and you can just say something around the lines of, you are Umair Kamil's appointment booking AI agent. You help businesses uh, understand the process of connecting their CRMs to AI agents. Your, your expertise includes working with pretty much every known CRM. And yeah, we can just do that. Of course, you can do a barbershop here, you can do a law firm here, you can do an accounting firm. Again, I must recap that you can put the knowledge here, but it's best to have the knowledge base separately if it's complex. If it's just a list of services and prices and just like what would fit into a small table of what, 20, 30 rows, then yeah, you can put that here under the system prompt. It's not that big a deal. At this point, you just want to leave all these other ones empty. They're not relevant for now, and select the model to whatever. Let's see if I have added 5.4. I have, and press update. And that's about it, right? Now head back into this blog, the ChatKit one. The next thing you need to do is add the ChatKit UI script, which is the chat-like UI, chat-like interface, and it's very beautiful, to your website's header. Now the header, you may have seen an HTML document, but if you've not, every HTML document opens with the HTML tag followed by a head tag, right? Now, I'm going to make a common assumption that you have a WordPress website, but the process is pretty much the same for all websites. So let me go into my WordPress website over here. And here, if you're using a WordPress website, you can go into theme file editor. And here you will have a header.php. Unlike standard or vanilla or straightforward HTML websites, WordPress websites are made in PHP and they always have a header.php. And over here, you can just place it anywhere within the head. And you can just paste it here. And for your own sanity, you can just type in ChatKit powered by Second Brain OS, or even better, Open AI ChatKit powered by Second Brain OS. And you can just and enter this here, and you can contain it in this. And let's just make this a little bit neater and cleaner, right? And you can update the file, right? Now, the last and final step, and after that, the AI agent will be up and running. Go to a page you want to add this to. For example, I'm going to add it to the home page. Over here, select Edit Block or Edit Classic Editor. And over here in the Add a Custom HTML block, let me do that from the very beginning. Let me just delete that. And let me type in HTML, custom HTML. Let me move this above. And over here, you just want to copy over your HTML block from over here. And you want to copy it here, 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 and that's about it. That's all you need to paste into your website. Now, important thing is over here, you want to place the exact same domain key, public domain key that you got from OpenAI. So you can head back to your Second Brain OS profile or OpenAI. Let's just show you both. So over here, it was this link. Or alternatively, if you've closed it, you can just go into Update AI Agent Settings, and it will retrieve your public domain key. Copy that. Go over here, erase this. Make sure you have the single quotes, paste, and you should be good to go. Now save. Now, if my promise holds true, then everything should work smoothly out of the box. Sure, there's a little bit of tweaking to do in terms of training the AI agent, getting the system behavior up and to the mark and satisfactory, but most of the things should work. So let's move to umairkamil.com and let's see if the AI agent loads. So the AI agent does load. Right now, it's white over here because I've not done any styling. but I do have a Chrome extension which will darken it. So let me just darken it for my own sake. You will have to do some styling on it, and I have listed out in the blog how to style it. It's a very simple thing. You can paste the content of the blog into ChatGPT and Claude, and they can give you a style version of the HTML to place, right? And now you can say, for example, hey, tell me Omer's availability only for today. I am in Pakistan. Perfect. So I actually don't have any available slots today. So I'm just going to say, what about tomorrow? And tomorrow I have availability from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., right? And now this is translating whatever time zone I put into Calendly into the current Pakistan time zone, right? And so now what I can say is I would like to have a meeting with Umair at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. Uh, and now hopefully it's going to ask for a few more details. And so I'm just going to give my email as newsletter at umairkamil.com and Umair Kamil. And I can just say my phone number is plus 971 507 950196. Now, if this holds true and this has worked, which I think it has, because it generated an event ID, a reschedule, and a cancel link, which is the success sign of Calendly, I should be able to find an email over here with the booking details because it will go into Calendly. And Calendly automatically sends emails, right? And so this email came from the demo at anycrmaiagent.com email, which I made specifically for this demo. And this AI agent is working out of the box. It's a 15-minute slot. Now, you might recall that we touched upon two-way sync in Google Calendar with the CRM. So let's just make sure that all of that is actually happening. So first, let's go into the calendar. And we can see over here, there is a meeting between Umair Kamil and Umair Kamil. And the organizer is this one, which is demo at anycrm to aiagent.com. And the invitee is newsletter at umairkamil.com. And so these two are over here. And this should also be synced to the CRM. So let's just see. Yes, we can see that these are synced to the CRM, right? Now, the next thing we can also test is we can go back and we can ask it to reschedule to 5 p.m. tomorrow. 4:30 p.m. Let's do 4:30 p.m. if I'm busy at 5 p.m. tomorrow for whatever reason. So now it should be moved to 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. So let's first look in the calendar and we can see this one was canceled and a 4:30 p.m. event is over here. And we should be able to also see that over here that this event has been canceled and we have a 4:30 p.m. event over here, right? And so rescheduling is working as well. And now I can say, in fact, I'd like to cancel that one. And now the cancellation has been happened as well. So we can see that both the meetings were canceled, the 3:31, the 4:31. And I can also just check over here in Google Calendar that this meeting has also been canceled. So yeah, that brings everything together. That is the website Calendly AI agent for you. Now I've tweaked the chat kit component to be very versatile. You can have it as full width in the center of your website on any page, but you can also have it as a floating chat bubble or floating chat widget on all the pages of your website, right? That is also very high in demand. And personally, I intend to do both. The way I intend to use it is that I'm going to have the floating chat widget on all pages except the homepage so that people can actually chat with the page that they're reading, and you can train your AI in the same manner as well if you want to. And for my homepage, it's primarily going to be about being able to search the entire website and possibly book appointments or get my product purchase links. But again, you do you. I just want to teach you the process of how to add it as a chat widget to the right because you or your clients may also need that, right? For that, you want to come to the step 3 of this blog over here, which was the add a receptionist chatbot to your website. And what you want to do is you want to copy, first you want to copy all of this till here. Now, what you want to do is if you're in a WordPress website, you have to go towards the end of the body, just before the closing tag of the body. In a WordPress website, that is found in the footer.php file. So you will go into theme file editor over here, and you will go into footer.php. And here, this footer.php represents what is just before the end of the entire body in a across all pages in a WordPress website. So you can start off by pasting it over here. The next thing you want to do is go back to the blog, scroll up, go into step 2, and you need only this part, which is this one, which initializes the ChatKit widget. And so you copy it all the way to here, just this part. You don't need this top one for the chat widget, chat bubble, chat pop-up, whatever. So, and you want to paste that here. Now, don't save yet. You need to update your domain key, and you need to make sure that, again, it's updated correctly in your second BrainOS profile and also in OpenAI and your website. So all 3 places are in sync. So first, what you want to do is go and get your domain key over here. Then you want to go into your dashboard, update AI agent settings, make sure that the domain is your website here. In my case, it's fine. I'm just going to leave it to where it is and then paste it and update. And you want to take this exact same domain key and paste it here and update file. And once you're done, in my particular case, I will clear all the caches, right? Now, just as a reminder, if you're working with another website, which is just HTML, you want to add it before the body tag closes, before the end of the body. So what that looks like is, for example, if you have another website, it will be something like this. And so you just want to place it in your other website towards the end of the body over here, right? Now, because I don't want to save that change, I am just going to refresh, make sure that I don't save those changes, and then hopefully I can access in an incognito window. And so here you can see that the chat widget has come up. I can say, hello, are you there? And it's able to respond neatly and smoothly. Any available slots for tomorrow? I am from Pakistan. Tomorrow's Saturday, so probably I don't have any slots available. It'll say that probably don't see any slots available for tomorrow because I don't take meetings on Saturdays. And so yeah, it does say that I have slots available today at 3:34 and 4:30 p.m. Pakistan time. But yeah, you get the gist of it. This is how you would add it. Now, the second method is using something known as Vercel. You would use Vercel in a case where you don't already have a website. Now, I've already made a very simple template for you. It's a very basic website with just ChatKit in it. And so the idea over here is that your AI agent is running on a website that is cloned, and then you can easily spin up the website from there. You can modify it. You can use Claude Code or some other AI to kind of can improve the website, add more pages to it, etc., etc. But for now, it's going to be a very simple website which only has the AI agent in it. Of course, it can book appointments using Calendly and also update and search and cancel all the functionality that we have just seen with the other method where you embed it into an existing website. This is for those of you who don't already have a website or are going to be dealing with clients who will be needing a website as part of the package that you are selling them in the AI agent. Right? You will need a GitHub account. So in this case, what I will first do is set up a GitHub account. It's a very straightforward process. As always, I strongly recommend and instruct signing up to Google to keep your account streamlined. Once you're in GitHub with a brand new account, this is where you will land and this is what it will look like. At this point, all you want to do is head back to the blog and click on the deploy button over here. Now, GitHub, if you've not used it before, and I'll explain what it is, it's a place where files are stored. You can think of it like Google Drive, but it's more optimized for coding files. And the best thing about GitHub is that it tracks changes really well over time so that you can go back into history. And so if there's a previous version of your website, you can go back to it in case something goes wrong. It's a very nice way to manage your code, your websites, whatever, right? But at its root, at its heart, it's a file and document management system, right? That's what you need to think of it as. Once you're here, what you want to do is click on GitHub over here, and this will ask you to authorize Vercel. Vercel is different from GitHub. Vercel is a hosting platform like AWS or DigitalOcean or I don't know, Hostinger or any hosting platform that you've used. It's like that, but it's how should I say? It's got a generous free plan and it's optimized for certain types of applications, right? That's all really that matters for this context. Over here, you can authorize Vercel, and you'll see that it says connection completed, right? Now, once you are back over here, you want to select in Git scope, add GitHub account. And over here, you can select all repositories and install if this is going to be your only thing or only website, that's it. And it'll load up your GitHub account. And then you can call this, for example, my website or whatever it is that you want to. I can even call this Umair Kamil website, for example, whatever you like. And here you can just create. From this point on, it's a very smooth automated process. It will pull the website template that I've given, build it up, and push it to a live domain and give you a free domain name as well. The domain name isn't anything fancy, but it works. Once you're on the screen, all you need to do is press continue to dashboard. If you have a custom domain, you can add that, but you can just continue dashboard. Over here, click back into overview and you should be on this specific project. You can also go home and I can show you what home looks like in Vercel. You click here in your home and you'll see everything in Vercel is a project. So here, for example, you have this Umair Kamil website that we just created, and they've given us this domain, umairkamil-website.vercel.app. Simple framing. If you go to this domain right now, ChatKit will load and then fail to load all of a sudden because there's a minor configuration that we need to make. It's similar to what we did previously, but I want to explain it to you for the sake of reinforcement. I'm sure you already know what it is. You've already kind of guessed it based on what we've done, but I just want to show you for clarity, right? Now, what you want to do is copy this domain, right click and copy link address, and then go into the allow list from platform.openai.com. And if you can't remember where that is, you can go into the blog, and over there, if you just press Command F and type in allow or allow list, you should be able to find it and get back to it. Press add a domain, add this new domain over here, remove the HTTPS, remove any slashes at the end, also known as trailing slashes, copy this, press generate key. Now, stay on the screen, go into your second BrainOS dashboard, and click on Update AI Agent Settings. Now here, first change the domain name to this new domain that you have, right? And then copy the domain key and paste it over here. Now, there's one final step. What you need to do is go back into Vercel, and from here, click onto repository and open that in a new tab. And you'll see that it's set up the website for you. What you need to do is go into the root page of the website, and the root page of all of these simpler websites is known as the index.html. Whereas in WordPress, you have an index.php. In HTML websites, you have an index.html. Let me show you what that looks like. As I've mentioned in the past, you have a head. So you have the HTML opening tags, then you have the head, then you have a style within the head. Then after that, you have a body, and within and towards the end of the body, you can place any of those scripts that you want and all that good stuff, right? Over here, our task is really simple. All you need to do is come here and click on this edit icon, press Command F, type in domain underscore key, and you'll land over here. And what you just want to do is paste that exact same domain key that you got from OpenAI for this new domain, which we registered, which was Umair Kamil website Vercel.app. And also the exact same domain key that you added to your second brain. Just paste it here and commit changes and commit. Now, if you head back into Vercel over here, what you'll see is a building status, right? Just give it a moment. As soon as this building status disappears, click over here and you'll see that it starts working. And I can say, hello, tell me about yourself. Provided you have configured things correctly, this is how it will work out of the box. You just need to make sure that your API key is configured and all the settings that we did earlier. That's really about it. Now, if you want to see how this can be laid out in different examples, what you need to do is keep that domain key copied and go back into your GitHub. And let's just open that again here. And over here, go into this one called chatkitexamples.html and press edit and press Command F again, and exact same process, domain underscore key. And after that, what you just need to do is add your domain key here, commit changes, give it a second, and you'll see that the building thing will come again over here. Yep, I think the building thing came and went really fast because it is generally a fast process. So it's already probably done. Yeah, it also says created just now. So what time is it? 9:42, 2:42 p.m. Yes. So it's showing 2:42 p.m. correct to my time zone. Now what you just need to do is go back here and click on ChatKit examples. It'll open in a new tab. Your exact same AI agent will be laid out in different user experiences, right? A full width, centered, different dimensions on a center, left aligned, center aligned, right aligned, and different sizes, color schemes, accents, typography, all the things you could do in terms of styling are laid out over here. And of course, if you chat with any one of these, you can just say, hello, tell me about yourself. All of them will respond. If you want to have fun, you can chat with all of them at the same time, and you can kind of have fun with that too. You'll just be using your credits for no reason, but you can have fun, right? And of course, there's the widget option that I showed you earlier as well. You can also use this, and of course, add that to your website. I don't recommend this, but it's good for your learning, right? For a production, for a real actual website, you will struggle with this. I do have a proper template with everything laid out, which is very efficient. And both Claude, ChatGPT, or any other AI tool can navigate it more effectively. And it already has the main sections, FAQs, testimonials, etc. All of those, right? It is actually the exact website template that I've used for any CRM. It's a template that I've worked hard to build. I've refined it over time. I've gotten rid of the bugs and mistakes that the AI makes. I've made sure everything is clean, it's responsive, it works neatly across all devices, phones, laptops, etc. So you can just buy this as an add-on and then update that accordingly as well. The good thing is, of course, it already includes ChatKit, and you just have to do the same process of just adding your domain key, and that's really about it, right? And of course, this also comes with the entire flow of you just click a button, it deploys from GitHub, clones to GitHub and deploys to Vercel. All of that is automated and built into it. It's a separate upsell. I'll mention it down in the comments or in the description. And you can, of course, you're more than welcome to take this and really have a more thorough website, because this one has FAQs, testimonials. It has, the founder page, the letter from the founders. It's got a timeline component. It's got a carousel of testimonials. It's got calendars, it's got feature cards, and most importantly, it's got the vertical video component, which is really important these days. So it has all of that together packed into one place. So yeah, that's really about how to go about it. If you don't have a website of your own, you don't even need a domain name, because Vercel gives you a domain, and all of this can just become an easy, smooth running process for you. Now, our last step is deploying the Calendly booking agent to voice. And we will do this with 11 Labs. It is the most famous and probably the most reliable platform for voice AI agents, right? And the second brainOS, of course, seamlessly connects to this and works with this. Now, the first thing you want to do is sign up to 11 Labs. And as soon as you sign in, you will click on, you might have to log in after that once more. But if you don't, you will land on this one, which is the agents page inside of 11 Labs. Now, if you don't land here, what you want to do is click into agents and make sure that you are in 11 agents over here. Once you're there, the first thing you want to do is go into settings. Now here you want to add your second brainOS API key. And the way to do that is first go into your dashboard, click onto here, copy this, and press on add secret, and you can type in second brain OS or whatever you want to, and type in bearer space, and then paste the API key. Make sure you erase any backspaces and trading spaces, and add secret. Now, the next thing you need to do once you've configured a secret, and don't get annoyed by this, is that 11 Labs has changed the way API keys and secrets can be used. So what you simply want to go here is go into developers and go into environment variables, add environment variable, and call this second brain OS underscore API key, or whatever it is that you want to call it. And over here, choose secret, and then select the existing secret that you just configured. If it doesn't appear here, you can refresh the page, add variable, first check secret, and then you'll see that it appears now. So let's call this second brain OS underscore API underscore key. You can call it whatever you want, really. Just anything that helps you remember it. And over here, just select this and save. Once you've added your secret, you want to now add the second Brain OS Model Context Protocol, or MCP server. Very, very straightforward process. It's very, very easy. It is the thing that allows second Brain OS to connect to any AI agent platform and give it context, tools, knowledge, skills, etc., etc. Over here, now once you're inside of tools, once you're inside of tools, click on add integration tools, click on to integrations, and click on add integration, and over here click on custom MCP server. Now over here, what you want to do is first of all call this second brain OS or second brain OS MCP. You can leave the description as uh, Cal- uh, Calendly booking AI agent or whatever you want to call it. Over here, you want to select streamable HTTP. And now here, what you want to do is copy the MCP URL from Second Brain OS with your user ID. Now, at the time of recording, this is not, how should I say, available right now for me. But if you go here, you will go into setup link and that URL will be there. For now, I'm just going to manually write that URL. It's very simple. So I'm just going to copy the user ID and I'm going to type in HTTPS colon double slash api.secondbrainos.com slash mcp question mark user underscore id equals the value of the user id, right? Now, don't worry about this. It thinks that it's containing a secret. It's not. It just has the user id, right? Authorization, they have changed the way authorization works in 11 labs. Instead, what you want to do is press on add header, and over here, you want to call it authorization. This will authorize as second brain OS. And once you've named it to authorization, over here in the type, you want to select environment variable and select the second brain OS API key that you just configured and press save. And at this point, a test will run and it should be green again. It will run the test again once you add the authorization as the environment variable for second brain OS API key. And over here, you can move to no approval for the tools. And in the tool settings, what you want to do is force pre-tool speech so that the agent speaks before executing or using a tool like a booking tool or getting availability. Disable any interruptions while the agent is using a tool. Immediately execute a tool, or actually, this one's okay. You can uh, post speech is better. So you can do post speech so that the agent is done speaking and then it executes a tool. And the tool call sound, I strongly recommend typing so that it gives like a nice user experience when someone's on call. And sound behavior determines when the tool call sound should play. So it should play when the agent speaks before using the tool. Yeah. Yes. So I think you can just put it to always play is better. And then over here, you will have to click on I trust this server and add server. And after this, it will again say by enabling MCP server integrations, you acknowledge that doing so may involve sharing data with third-party services, because from the point of view of 11 Labs, Second Brain OS is a third party. First party means the same person, third party means an external person, right? Or an external organization. Over here, just check this box, accept, and after this, you can just press save over here or add, and you will see that it's added. Now you need to test connection to make sure that it's okay. Over here you go. And if everything is fine, this green little icon will pop up. And what's going to happen is that the tools available to you will become available. Now, you might recall that I've mentioned and stressed on this several times that you need to make sure that you need to set the tools to public. By default, these four tools are set to public, which is get Calendly availability, create a Calendly contact and meeting, update a Calendly contact Calendly meeting, which is reschedule, and cancel an existing Calendly meeting, right? And so here, what you want to do is make sure once more that no approval is required so that the AI agent doesn't wait for you to approve it while it's on call with a lead or a client. That can get very annoying, right? And now what you want to do is just configure your first agent, right? We have the secret configured, we have the tool configured, a very, very easy process. And over here, what you simply want to do is find the option to start from scratch because they've recently changed their UI. Let me see how I can start from scratch. Yes, I think there's a plus icon here. So I'm just going to click on blank agent, right? And I'm just going to call it any CRM AI agent. And after that, I'm just going to click create agent. You should not select chat only because then it will just be available for chat. And you've already covered web chat anyway. So any CRM AI agent. Now here, the voice I strongly recommend is Mark by Convo. I think it was Mark. Let me see how we can get that voice. Yes, click on explore and type on Mark. I think it's very popular. So It should be there. I think it's this one.
Celui qui est étourdi pense.
Oh no, that's not the one. That's not even English. Was it MARK?
This voice is great for informational videos, narration, and
Let me find the right voice.
every journey starts with a.
You don't want a calm and meditative voice because you want someone with some energy and some sharpness.
Life's messy, weird, and pretty amazing. Let's talk about it. Nope.
I think James is okay. So we'll go with James because I can't find Mark for some reason. So I'll just choose James as the voice. And over here, while I recommend Flash, there's no harm doing conversational. This is the new thing by 11 Labs, and it makes the conversation way more human-like and smooth. So you can press V3 conversational, and you can say enthusiastic. It should be overall enthusiastic and greet in a warm manner. Laughing whenever the opportunity arises, such as during small talk. And I think with chuckles, I will also add that. And yeah, just make sure conversational, uh, expressive mode is enabled, and then you can add some of these tags. And then, yeah, this is done. Now, speculative turn is automatically enabled for V3 models. Yep, this is fine. Scribe V 2.2 real time, 2.2 is real time enabled. That's okay too. And so here you're done. You've configured the voice. I'm assuming you're doing English. If you're not doing English, then you have to find the right voice because not all the voices are optimized for each language. So you have to find a language specific voice first, a voice that is very good in that language, and then pick the language from here. For the model, what I would recommend is GPT 4.1. And over here, you can set the temperature to 0, limit the token to -1, and that's really about all the settings you need. And from here, what you can do is copy over the exact same system prompt that you put in the second brain OS, and you can just paste it here. And over here in the brackets, do double curly brackets and type in time. And so you will type in time zone and then type in time again and find the current system UTC time, and best to label this UTC time. And then you can also do final once more and just do system time, right? So basically, what this is saying is that this is the UTC time, this is the time in my time zone, and this is the time zone in which I exist, right? Just make sure to also set the time zone. So I'm just going to select Asia Karachi. So now it has all of those things within its system prompt. So I can just put this as time info and put that here and just give it a space. It looks good. And I can do the first message as hello. I can do hi, James here. Hi, James here on behalf of Omer. How are you? And how can I help you? Now, once you are done with this, what you want to do is now head over from you can head over from here into tools, click onto MCP, add MCP, and the already added second brain OS MCP should be available to this agent. It's now attached. At this point, you have configured the agent's voice, the language, the model, the system prompt, the first message, and you are pretty much done at this point. And you might be a little bit shocked, surprised, but really that's all we had to do to configure and deploy a voice AI agent. So now let's preview it and show you the actual result. It will book appointments directly into your calendar and you'll be able to see that it's happening in real time. So let's preview. And let's call James now. Let me enable.
Hi, on behalf of Umair. How are you and how can I help?
Hi, James. I'm calling in from Pakistan and I'm wondering if you can check and let me know if Omer has any availability on coming Monday. Really, I just want to know for Monday, that's all.
Let me quickly check Umair's Monday availability for you. Today starting from 9 in the morning and running every half hour until around 4:30 in the afternoon, all in Pakistan time. Would you like to book a specific time, or do you want me to list a few options for you?
Sure. So how about this? You book for me on Monday at 2:30 p.m. That would be good for me.
Great. I'll book you in for Monday at 2:30 in the afternoon. Could you please share your name, email, and phone number so I can complete the booking for you?
Yes. So I would like to book for Monday, and my email is newsletter@umairkamil.com, and my phone number is +92 320 577 8550.
Thank you. Just to confirm, could you please tell me your name as you'd like it to appear on the booking? Once I have that, I'll get your appointment set for Monday at 2:30 in the afternoon.
So my name is UMAIRKAMIL, Kamil.
Thank you, Umair Kamil. I'm booking your appointment for Monday at 2:30 in the afternoon. Please hold on a moment while I confirm your slot for Monday at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Ah,
Okay,
shit, I just
you'll
realized.
receive a confirmation email shortly. If you need to reschedule or cancel, just let me know or use the
Hello.
links in your email.
Hi,
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
yeah, so I just realized that there's a conflict and at 2:30 I am busy, but I'd be super, super grateful if you can move it to 3:30 p.m.
No problem at all. I'll reschedule your appointment to 3:30 in the afternoon on Monday. Please hold on a moment while I update your booking. On Monday. You'll get an updated confirmation email soon. If anything else comes up or you need further changes, just let me know. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, all good. I'm wondering if I can also do an additional meeting at 12:30 p.m. because I just got a message from a mayor. He says we'll be needing two meetings.
Absolutely. I can set up an additional meeting for you at 12:30 in the afternoon on Monday. Would you like me to use the same name, email, and phone number for this booking?
Sure,
Or
please.
should I add Omer's details as well?
Same details, please.
Great. I'll book your additional meeting for 12:30 in the afternoon on Monday using the same details. Please hold on a moment while I confirm your slot. In the afternoon on Monday is confirmed. You'll receive a separate confirmation email for this slot as well. If you need to make any more changes or have other requests, just let me know. Would
Sure.
you like help with anything else?
No, it's all good. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful day and goodbye. If you need anything in the future, just reach out.
So I do apologize for the issues in the middle when I was trying to figure out the screen. I was trying to get the calendar and the 11 Labs voice agent side by side, but you get the gist of it. Really, that's all it took. I'm really glad that this you watched this. I'm sure you'll be able to configure it for yourself. It's really that smooth of a process. It takes no more than 15 minutes to configure the 11 Labs voice agents. In fact, I would argue it's even easier than the web AI agent because that requires a little bit of copy paste with HTML and maybe figuring that out. For some people, that might be a little tricky, but yeah, it's way easier to do that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you have any questions, shoot me an email, post the community, whatever is easier for you.